Hey, there we go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Uh-oh, I've got some... How's it going there, chat room? Oh my gosh, hang on. Can we try that again? Wait a sec. Wait a second. Can we back up? Can we try this again? Hang on. 1 second. Let me do this the right way. 1 second here. Hang on. Gareth, thank you so much for that.
Gareth Hubble just resubscribed for 21 months. Party time.
Party time. Not yet. Hang on. 1 second here. Let me do this one more time. Right, and this thing is on, and it does all these things, and then we come over here. Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it might be where you are out there. Welcome back to the live stream. My name is Jeff Fritz, and today is March 12th, 2020, Thursday, March 12th, 2020, and we're going to write a little bit of code today. How's it going there, chat room? So good to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in, for joining us. I am blazing today. I've got some amazing news to share with you. I've got some updates, some action that has happened on our Blazor Components project that I want to share with you. I want to talk through with you. I want to share with you because big things are happening in a very good way. We're going to get to all that and talk about it in just a minute. Let me say hello to everybody here in the chat room before we get too excited about things. Coding Bandit with the Tier 2 sub for 15 months in a row. Thank you so much, Carrie. I really appreciate that. And we're going to make a donation for all of our subs, all of our cheers to code.org. Boo, yeah. Coding with Luz is here. Good afternoon, my friend. I know things are a different time zone over there in Europe. So good to see you. Sean is here. Good morning. Welsh Ronaldo. Good morning, Fritz in chat. And there's a little Fritz bot for us. Thank you for tuning in, Welsh Ronaldo. Yes, we are blazing. I've got my sparkly jacket. It feels so good. Friends, Dee Walsh is here. And we've got some things from Dee to talk about today. And I'm sorry, they're not donuts. We're not going to be talking about donuts. But it's better than that. And I'll show you this in a minute. I'm so excited. Let me see here. Lithix is here. Sparkles indeed. Musical Bookworm. Good morning. And I acknowledged Gareth with the sub there. Thank you. Let me see here. Party time. Yes, indeed. The Blazor has made its successful return here. Vindaloo Stew. Should have worn your sunglasses. That's one shiny jacket. Oh yes. It is. It's an amazing jacket. Greg is here as well. Hey, good to see you, Greg. Nope. It is amazing. It is really cool. So, let me get our music playing in the background here, and we'll talk through some of the things that have happened over the past day, because pretty good things that have happened here. Today, I'm going to play. This is Indigo. There it is. This is Indigo from Music to Code By. This is music that's scientifically designed. It's engineered to get you in the flow, get you in the groove, so that whatever task it is you're working on, you can focus on and just get stuff done. This was written by our friend, Mr. Carl Franklin, who's stuck in the middle of his Blazor Roadshow. He's in Portland for his roadshow that he was doing. He's out there, and he's going to try and do some live broadcasts from there virtually over the web, because with the pandemic happening, he can't really encourage gatherings, and he's having a hard time getting things settled and squared away before he can head back home. All the best to you, Carl, and your family and your situation out there. And you thought Indigo was WCF. We need to figure that out, but we'll get there in a minute. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening to the music with us. Thank you, Carl, for letting us listen to your music. And I encourage you folks out there, get your copy at mtcb.pwop.com. It's right there. You can execute the music command in the chat room and get your copy today. Chris Jones just came in. Hello. Get your Gunner glasses on. Absolutely. Coupons for Gunner glasses just below. Coupons for coffee below, all that stuff. Yes, we're going to be talking about a lot of Blazor here today. Thank you, Coding Bandit, for setting the project tag for us. So, several really good things happened. So let's start with we were working through a little bit of a feature yesterday and the day before for our Blazor components, so you could refer to the parent component in the hierarchy. This allows us to bubble events up from an inner component to outer components that contain it. Good example of this is inside of our form. You might have a button. When that button is clicked, you want to notify the form that the button was clicked, and the form may want to take some actions. So we have this event bubbling, it's called, that happens from an inner component to a containing component. So our friends Blazor, Mr. Magoo, Eagle Hansen have had some discussions on GitHub. We're going to take a look at those in just a minute here and see how it was resolved. Really interesting approach that they took, and very concise delivery of this. Blazor WebAssembly 3.2 Preview 2 is now available. Not just Preview 1, Preview 2 is now available. So there's a version that we need to update to as well. Oh, you want me to go to light mode already? All right. We will start in light mode here, and I'm going to need to wear sunglasses also. When I get to the code, we will start in light mode for you, Curious Drive. All right. I'm going to park that request, and we will get to light mode in just a little bit. Here we go. All right. Okay, good message from somebody else. You clicked accidentally? Right. I can read. You got to hop off for 15 minutes? I can hold and wait for Didi's. The other thing that came through is from some folks that Didi works with. We have an initial grid implementation for Blazor. Oh my gosh, we've got a grid. That'll be the second thing that we walk through here as we look at and review and bring in some of these features. Really looking forward to that. There's an open issue about squash commits on GitHub about this. Okay, thank you, Vindaloo Stew. I appreciate you doing a little research on that. That is very cool. Thank you. And yes, we got some hype because the grid component, which is probably one of the second most complex component that we're trying to build here, we've got an initial implementation. Call it an alpha if you'd like, but we've got something that we can start working with here. Curious Drive, I can reject that, and I think it refunds. I don't know if it refunds, but I can reject that redemption for light mode if you'd like. If you don't want to do that, it's fine. Okay, we'll do light mode. Oh, we'll do light mode. Hey, Coated Beard. So that was the third thing that's happened here. Fourth thing that's happened. So I gave a presentation to the Scots. Go ahead. I need a Scot emote or a red shirt emote, something like that, to indicate the. Anyways. Or a bot in a red shirt. We'll figure this out. Him. That one too. Shared with him where we've gotten to, what we've done, the features that we have here, how you can reuse so much of your code with this. And friends, we've been given approval to go ahead with a little bit of customer research. So that's the next step here is let's talk about doing some customer research. Let's get some real world projects bouncing off of these features as we build them. See how much we can reuse with real applications. And those of you out there that are watching, no, not you. Send me issues. Send us issues for this. Create issues in the repository. Show us what an ASPX page looks like that has some of your components on it. Some of the components on it that you're using inside of your web forms project. Share that with us so that we can target and make sure that we build the features into this. And we're intending to get very feature complete, but we want to make sure that we hit some of the most common features that folks are using to get their markdown converted as soon as possible. So the earlier that folks can share that over with us, the better. And I'm going to put a link to the GitHub repository into chat. And maybe we can create an issue template for somebody reporting a use case that they want to support. Maybe that's something we can do today, is put together a little issue template around that. That would probably be very useful. Yeah, I think so. So those are the four things that I wanted to report. I'm very excited about all of it. That's why I came here dressed to the nines in all my Blazor finest today. What do you think, chat room? Is that, are we moving in the right direction here? Do you think, are you feeling a little bit better about the project that we're working on? Didi's back. Okay, good. That would have been a problem if Didi wasn't here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, really, it would be a problem if Didi's not here. We still have 70 or so web form sites running, says Coated Beard. If there's some simple pages that you can create use cases to start for us, Coated Beard, that kind of show simple ways that you're using controls, just the ASPX, not the code behind, but some of the markup that you're using. You can change out the text, you know, make it, we're not looking at what it is you're doing, but if there's some sample code that you could share and create in an issue, that would be tremendous for helping steer the project in the right direction. Still working on downloadable donuts. Okay, Frago, yes, you like the glitter. Look at the glitter. got sequins going. I need to talk to our friend Talk Custom about getting another jacket made. I bought this one on Amazon, but I think we can do something fun with Talk and make a custom jacket together on stream or something. Yeah, Didi's back, Janescu. Absolutely. Coated Beard, that is very nice. Thank you so much. I really appreciate our friend Scott Hanselman said anytime somebody asks a question or provides a little bit of code to you, it's a gift that you should make the most of. And getting questions and feedback from folks like Coated Beard who have existing projects. Yeah, Scott. Him. It's going to help this project in immeasurable ways. Confirming some things that do work and getting some other things working. The shoulders are a little tight when Carrie stole the jacket. Yes. There's pictures of Carrie wearing the jacket with a rainbow beard. And we needed to spend more time together. It would have been tremendous there. Oh gosh. All right. So let me jump over to the code. There we go. And you can see the jacket a little bit better too. Jeff the Squirrel Mask? No. Do not need that. We're not going to put on the squirrel mask. No. That also reminds me. With respect, where is it? Here? I'm looking for, and I'm trying to get here quicker than later. I'm going to turn up the hype train just because it starts a little bit quickly here in stream. I'm going to make it just a little bit harder to get started. Just because it starts a little bit too quickly sometimes if we do get there. You want to turn off the hype train too? You can turn off the hype train. It is possible to turn it completely off. But I don't want to folks really enjoy it, and I think everybody's gotten all the emotes. A lot of people have gotten the emotes at this point. So, this is the project out here on the GitHubs. GitHubs? Sure. We have 3 pull requests sitting on here. I thought it was 4. There they are. 4 pull requests sitting under, including, this is the last one that I want to take a look at, is the GitHub alpha version. Oh, Jeff. The GridView alpha version. I want to take a look in there and get into that. Hey, Polarin. Yes, I have had my coffee. Here, I've even got a little more Madrinas ready to go. We need to update. Look at this. Space Shot has the update for Blazor client side to 3.2 preview 2. Part of me wants to create an issue template real quick for submitting use cases, if that's okay. Do you mind if English? It's hard. Yes, words are hard. Let me see if we can. Right? How do we create an issue template? It'd be nice if there was a button or a thing here that says "Create issue templates" and send me in that direction. But I don't see it. GitHub, create issue template. Configuring issue templates. Yes, please. Set in the features section under issues. Click setup templates. All right. Thank you for the follow. Only Carl. Okay, it's Only Carl. Good to see you, Only Carl. Thank you for joining us. Need to set up on how to use GitHub and some procedures. Yes. Let's do this. So I'm over here on helpgithub.com. Let me share this link in case you're looking for it. So add template, bug report, feature request, custom template. I like it. All right, so let me go back over here. Oh, I need to mention this. Let me finish creating this template and I'll come back and talk about this because this is important. It was, where'd it go? in features, there's a features section. I don't see features. Oh, down here, issues, setup templates. Well, that was easy. Feature request, custom template. I don't want to custom. What's the feature template look like? It's not so much a feature request. Let me see. Issue, feature request, suggest an idea. Okay. I don't think I want to start with this. Let's do a blank template. Okay. Let's call this web forms use case. Share some sample code and use case from web forms. All right. What should I put here? Issue default title. Use case. Something. No, don't assign anybody labels. Yes, we should label this. Oh, I hope I didn't just lose that. I did. We're going to go back to labels later. Use case. Right. Use case, sample use case for how web forms, for a web forms page, for an ASPX page that we should support, that should be supported. Okay, make this use case. Thank you for the follow. Is that Iosastos? Welcome in. Copper Beardy is here. Hello, hello. Copper Beardy, like Gareth Hubble, like Polarin, like Coding Bandit. They're all members of the Live Coders team. And I've got something to share about them in a little bit. Nightmare!
Nightmare just resubscribed for 2 months. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday to you, Nightmare. Thank you so much for the sub, and we'll make another donation to code.org. All right. Let's see. Sample use case that can be supported. I feel like I just want you to paste. Don't go sharing Polarin secrets. No secrets. No secrets we're sharing. Let's see. Right. Describe your usage scenario. Right, something like that. And maybe it's 3, right? Provide some sample code to illustrate. And we'll do this. Sample code here. Like that. Okay. Propose changes. Yes, do it. That's sure. Okay. So now we've got an issue template over here. I want to now add. I want to add that label, right? So I'm going to go into labels, and I want to create a use case label. Use case. Thank you for the follow, Sean Radigan. Welcome in. Usage samples to be considered. These can be lowercase, can't they? And nothing uses idea. Let me get rid of idea. I don't need idea. And I'll make this. Let me make this yellow. Yellow is Yellow is a mixture of, is it green and blue? No, that's not it. It's not red and green. Or maybe it is. All right. There we go. So now we have use case labels. So let me go back over to the templates. This one. I can add, under labels here, I can add use case. And that, right, that should, added use case label to be applied. So now that'll be available as an issue. I need to merge, I think, into the other, but there we go. Use case, sample use case for an ASPX page that should be supported. And it looks, there we go, it's already got that. And you have a title, describe your usage scenario, provide some sample code to illustrate. Nice. I think that works nicely. What do you think there, chat room? It's a nice start. Rishi Coder, hello. Welcome in. John CVV with the bot. Yes, indeed. Hello. All right. So I think we're in a good place with this. I think that's a nice place for folks to start creating some usage samples that we can consume and start to parse out and figure out, well, what do we need to create from this? And having a nice label there makes it easier to identify and move those forward. I don't have, did I create, no, I don't have projects for this. Okay. So let me move on to some of these pull requests here. I want to merge the pull requests. These, of course, are things that were sent in by some of our viewers, folks that are contributing to the project. I want to make sure that we give them the respect and the time to review and see what's been suggested here, new features that we can add and bring into the project. So this is Space Shot. That's our friend Chris Gomez. And he has the update for Blazor client side. This is Blazor with WebAssembly. Components running in the browser. He's got some minor assembly name changes as detailed in the dev blogs post. And this addresses issue to, we need to update and be on the latest version of Blazor. So, minor using update, ignoring the issues with building. Yeah, that's fine. And I have a solution for this. So let's take a look at, there's 3 files that were changed. So in our build props, updated this. So we have a property for the Blazor WebAssembly version that's stored outside the project, so we can update everything at once. And it goes now from preview 1 to preview 2. That's fine. Here's the references in the project file, Blazor client-side sample, and changing those names appropriately from Microsoft ASP.NET Core to ASP.NET Core Components WebAssembly. Interesting that it's not carrying the Blazor name anymore in the package references. That's interesting, don't you think? Where'd my button go that I'm looking for here? That's
strange things are afoot at the Circle K.
Why'd they change that name? They don't change names of assemblies lightly. Interesting. Okay, let me continue here. So in the program file that kicks things off, we just changed a couple using statements to get it working. And everything's compiling. Dude, yeah, nightmare, I know. Bill and Ted, right? Yes, love me some Bill and Ted. I have confidence that this works, but the check here doesn't actually build the client-side project. I'm going to grab a copy of this just to make sure that I can bring it down locally here. I'm not going to merge it per se, but I definitely want to take a look at it. Just because I'm curious. Let's, I don't want to merge. I want to do this one. There we go. Bring that down. Someone in the marketing department needed to at least show that they do something, says Stelzy. You might be surprised. Folks in the marketing department at Microsoft, particularly around Visual Studio and .NET, they really like names like Blazor. So, we're not on Linux just yet. We're just merging and getting things working here. Walter!
Walter just resubscribed for 10 months.
Thank you so much, Walter, for that resub. Very much appreciate that. I should be able to go to my samples folder here. Let me go to, yep, and let me do a .NET restore. It should get the latest version of those Blazor assemblies here. And we should be able to just .NET run and get it. And you're right, I should be over in Linux. I can be doing this in Linux. I just happened to be in Windows when I started up. Thank you so much, Walter, for the sub, and we're going to make another donation to code.org to help our students, help our kids learn more and get technology, get science into the curriculum in the schools. Thank you so much for your support. There we go. Localhost 5001. Cause, oh, crumbs. That's what I get for hitting Control-C. Yeah, Control-C. It shuts it down instead of Control-Shift-C. Raska says, I'm learning to code, but sometimes I have trouble deciding which class should contain which information. That's some of the paradox of kind of being a developer. You need to understand and figure out where various things fit together here. Uh-oh. Loading failed for the script. Blazor WebAssembly.js. Thank you for the follow. Raska421. Thank you. Thanks to the sponsor Madrinas, Walter was one of the winners of the contest. Congratulations, Walter. I hope you enjoy the coffee from our friends at Madrinas. They're going to be joining us here in about another week or so. And we'll talk through some more coffee-related technology with them. Coffee? Some more coffee-related technology with them. Alex will come back and join us. I'm going to see if we can talk Layla into joining the call also. That might be fun to have the three of us together. Okay, so this isn't working. We've got a problem here. Yep, design patterns, architecture patterns are definitely something for folks to learn about. Polarin's got a very good direction for you to start taking a look in once you get past the initial design and interactions. Let me do this .NET new install of the template, so at least I have the template here. I'm going to open a new tab and paste that in so I get the Blazor template installed. There it is. Okay. Let me jump back over here, update this. In program CS, add a call to builder services add base address HTTP client. I don't think I saw that. Yeah, I didn't see that in the changes Chris made. Rename Blazor link on build in your project files to Blazor WebAssembly enable linking. I don't think I have that. Remove the call to this. Replace the call to that with this. Replace the call to that with this. Okay. Let me just run through these couple things here real quick. And we will get this up and running. I'm going to dock that over here. I have another Visual Studio open that I was working on here. I'm going to... where is it? Not window, I wanted file. Recents. This one. Let's see if we can add in these couple fixes, merge, and get this up and running so that we have the new version. So I'm going to check the project file. I don't think I had any of these references around Blazor debugging. Nope. Link on build. Nope. Okay. Make the following updates in startup. All right, so let's go over to the startup for client side. Where's startup? That's if it's hosted on ASP.NET Core. So I'm not actually. Nope. What did I miss? What did? Boy. Let's take a look back over here. In the www root is an index.html, and here it's referencing framework Blazor WebAssembly, and that doesn't exist. Let's see. Chris had another comment in here. That's the preview 2 blog post. Did we miss? Are we missing something here with that? Blazor WebAssembly? Yeah. This kind of baffles me why that why that isn't working. Let me see. Let's see if we can just do something. Do the simplest, stupidest thing possible. I'm just going to add a new project. I'm going to choose a Blazor app, and sure, I don't really care. Create it, and I'm going to choose a Blazor WebAssembly app on .NET Core 3.1. I don't want it to be ASP.NET Core host. I don't want to turn on progressive web app. Let's just see where that index hosting page is pointing to, because I have a feeling, I got a feeling, and I want more cowbell. No. It's referencing that same framework Blazor WebAssembly. That's not in here. What are we missing over here? So there's all the references with private assets all turned on these two. Let's dock this on the bottom here and take a look at our other project file. See what's missing. Content include, content blah blah blah. Blazor WebAssembly version, Blazor WebAssembly version, and private assets all is turned on for build and dev server. Yeah. So why am I missing? Right? Why am I missing? Let me force that to do a rebuild. See if we're missing something in there for the WebAssembly bits. See, what is that? Entry point, application dependencies, blah, blah, blah. What did it fail on? Whoa. This task filed unexpectedly. Blazor mono runtime targets. Error. Could not load file or assembly after Blazor client side. So, okay, so it wasn't able to load. Part of me says, something doesn't work here. And let's kick it back that it's not working. Unfortunately. Yeah. There's something. Let me go back to the blog post. Is there something I'm missing installing? Install the latest .NET Core 3.1 SDK. 3.1.102 or later of the SDK is required. Use .NET version at the command prompt. Alright, well let's double check that to start. Right? 3.1.200 preview 14.977. So I'm actually ahead of this. But wait a sec. Okay. So we're gonna have to change our global JSON. Right. They say we need to get this to 102. It's interesting. Right? So now if I .NET version, don't have it. Okay. So we need to get the 102 installed. I'm going to have to do this when we get over to Linux as well. I want the SDK. Give me the x64. Go. Right. So while that's downloading, I should mention this. Oh, you want me to go to Hamster Svava? No, we didn't end minimal March. I'm gonna roll back over to Linux here in just a second. I'm just managing some code back and forth, and I can do that over in Linux. The Live Coders team, we're gonna host a virtual event on April 9th, Thursday, April 9th. I want you to check this out. The team's done a lot of work to try and pull something together here. You're going to see a lot of folks that you know. There's going to be 10 different sessions that we're going to have throughout the day. We're going to split the day up, so there's a morning session and an evening session for folks here in the States, and hopefully that catches folks in Asia, in Europe, and other parts of the world, Africa, South America. I hope it catches some of you at a better time so you can tune in and watch and participate. But we've locked in on a date. We're putting together our list of speakers and the content. Check out this webpage. Click through. There's a sign up so you can stay informed, and we'll send out information to you as things are planned on this. But save the date, April 9th. We're going to have this Live Coders Conference. We're really looking forward to this. It's something that the team is kind of proud that we're going to be able to pull off because we are some of the best people in the world at presenting, teaching about technology live on Twitch. And we're going to show you just how good we are at it. And hopefully you learned something along the way. You have some fun with us during our event. So, Fairy Wings is here. Hello, hello. Oh, she wants to... She wants... Oh my goodness! TBD Gamer!
Top Game just gifted 5 subs.
Thank you so much for those 5 gift subs. And we're going to make a donation, 5 donations, to code.org, Twitchmaster PT, Unholy Tig, Maxime, Dr. Frax, and Simon. Congratulations, you all just got subscriptions from our friend TBD Gamer. They're another member of the Live Coders team. Thank you so much for those gift subs. Really appreciate it. Let me see. That download finished, and I'll have to do the download over in Linux as well. Come on, open. I thought this would be real quick, and we'd be able to just bop through. Oh, we merged a couple things, and away we go. We're gonna be on Ubuntu Linux. Yeah, close the applications. And I'm actually gonna close that. See if we need to get to 102 so we can get the client version running here. You love the Ubuntu? Yeah, we'll be over there. Bruno. Yep, Maxime got a gift sub there. That's what happens when you have these community gift subs. Anybody can get them. So, and Maxime is a follower on the stream. So, there's a metal burr on the edge of the can here. That's taking a while to do, and that's annoying. Part of me says let's punt on this. We need to, at the very least, push that global JSON file. So here's what I think we should do. I'm gonna roll over to Linux, get working over there, and I'm gonna get the update to the .NET Core SDK. But I'm gonna push back on Chris that we need to update, and for some reason that framework JSON, framework JavaScript isn't being referenced. This is annoying. No. Yeah, I'm gonna punt. That's still starting. You like the hat? Is that screen printed? That is embroidered, Elliot. All my hats are embroidered. I tried getting a screen printed hat, and it was just awful. It looked terrible. I'm gonna connect over here, and while that's connecting up, we need to start activating the voice change. Oh, are you kidding? Now I've done it. Too many things going on at once. Look at this. Ugh. What happened? This is trying to start. That is trying to do a thing. There we go. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this one locked up solid here. Pity. I broke it. I know. You wish that Ubuntu Windows had similar paths because it tends to brick applications? What? What are you talking about? How does it brick applications? I believe... No, that's not it. That's not the right password. That's the wrong password. That's the password for the other Linux machine. This... That... There we go. And we're back. See? Linux. Okay. And we were working with that eShop on Blazor project yesterday. Let me walk up to the BlazorWebFormsComponents. And I'm going to jump back over to this Firefox. This was where we were over there. I'm going to go back up to this, and I'm going to have to push back on Chris's pull request because it didn't work. It changed order a little bit here. We need to update the global JSON in the root folder to point to 31102 or yeah, let's do to 31102. Also, I get an error with the with a missing reference to the framework Blazor WebAssembly.js file. So we'll see if we can get some help on that. Fairy Wings, yes, we're gonna get to hamster voice now that I got things settled down over here. My goodness, what kind of a I don't know, right? We're gonna get here. Hang on. Right, so over here.
Hamster voice? Really? This is what you wanted. Alright, here we go. 5 minutes on the clock. Right? We'll do that thing. 5 minutes. Alright? Coding Bandit asks, how's the race to 10K? I'm sorry to say, Fairy Wings crushed it. She won. She got there about 2 months ago. We're not even to 9,900 yet. So it's gonna take a little bit more time. So that's a thing. It happened. Oh well. We'll get there. We will get there. Yeah, congrats to Fairy Wings. Absolutely. 10,000 followers is huge. Huge. And we're gonna get there soon. Sometime. Not yet. Freedom, that's not gonna change. Pathing won't change. There are ways in .NET to reference those paths and have it change one direction or the other appropriately. So, alright. So we're pushing back. We're not gonna take this pull request yet. SQL Mr. Magoo had this. Here it comes. Come on, open up. Here we go. We started introducing a custom class to help us with inheriting, having a reference to our parent components. And Mr. Magoo put together a fix for that. And he's got some really cool code here to facilitate that. So we have a parent object that is a cascading parameter, a parent component that contains a child component will pass itself into the child as a parent. Cool. All right. So they made their code a little bit cleaner, easier to read here. Optimized. Okay. And they've taken. Here it is. This is the magic. Look at this. When you start a component with our framework and you use our base web forms component in the constructor, as the component is created, it's going to inject this cascading value that defines that this is a parent for child components to find. So that's a thing. Very cool. Let's give this a shot. New changes. Show me. Okay. Yeah. Made it all caps parent component. Is that a constant somewhere? Yep. There it is. There it is. That's good. Alright. Okay. And so we have these. The render fragment is a piece of a Blazor component that's being rendered and put on screen. So simplifying this and putting it into a separate method. Nice. So it's protected and isolated. Alright. Looks good. And it passed the unit test we have here. See, failed tests, pass test. Yep, passed. So it can trigger and save that component as a parent. And that test verifies it. Oh, that's the end of the hamster mode. Thank you. Thank you, Svalva. So much fun.
And we're back. How's it going? All right. Let me mark that voice mod for hamsters complete. Light mode while I'm in Linux is really hard to do. Thank you for those 100 bits. Oh my goodness. We'll make another donation to code.org. Haha. Thank you, Svava. I'm going to merge this. This looks really cool. I love seeing I love seeing two folks in the community discussing and saying, well, there's a better way to do this. Let's make this simpler, better, faster. And there's Eagle in the chat room now. Getting rid of and simplifying this so that it's really easy to see exactly how we're intercepting how Blazor renders and making this work better for everybody. Tremendous. I love seeing that. Thank you so much. So I'm going to squash and merge. Where'd it go? Right, here we go. Merge pull request. See, there's 10 commits. I'd really prefer to squash and merge, but it's gonna lose those co-committers. There we go. Co-authored. That's fine. So it's one merge now, and we'll now be able to have that parent reference going through into all of our components. Really, really great stuff. Thank you, Eagle and Mr. Magoo, on that. Hisham's still working on this. I'm not quite sure. There's a linked issue on that. Okay. I know this is still being discussed. There's some more to go there, so we'll wait. Blazor Mr. Magoo is a render fragment. Call him and he produces output. Squeak to that deep "we're back" is kind of fun. You like that, Fairy? Thank you. Welcome back. It's so good to see you. I appreciate you tuning in. So the last one that I want to look at here, the last pull request. This is big. This is from our friend. This is from our friend Dee Walsh and the folks at Mobilize.net. Mobilize specializes in getting applications promoted, upgraded from older technologies to newer technologies. So helping with this project is something that fits right into what they're trying to do, consulting and helping folks migrate. So some of their engineers gave us an initial GridView component. There's 140 files changed because they couldn't compile the WebForms original project, so they created a secondary project to include their examples. And there's a lot of things here. So, a couple things that I want to do here. Because this touches WebForms, part of me wants to lean over into Windows, get that fixed. Yeah, Bruno. Huge stuff. These are some really smart folks that contributed here. Everybody that helps with these projects, brilliant folks. Everybody in their own ways. And this is really cool. The features that were added here. What I would like to do, I'm going to bring this down so we can take a look at it here in Linux, and I want to send over some merges. To put a NuGet config file in here so that we can have just one before WebForms project, and help out the folks that are working over here. I forget what this person's first name is, and they don't have their name. I want to give them a little bit of credit over here, but it doesn't have their name on the project. Anyways, so let me bring this down. Let's take a look at this here on Linux. Right, and the great thing about this is, right now we're starting to see some of the value of this project. That's not what I wanted you to do. Don't do that. That's bad. Okay. Not there. I'm gonna have to do this in 2 steps. Let's do this. Right, we're gonna start to see the value of being able to code WebForms, stuff that works like WebForms used to work, inside Linux and other locations, and getting the performance bump that comes along with being on .NET Core. Julio Vasquez, that's who it is. Thank you so much, Didi. I want to make sure that we thank Julio for his help here, because this is tremendous. This is really, really great stuff. See all this before WebForms 2 stuff? I want to get that out of there. I want to merge over his few changes here because he's got a bunch of samples for the grid view. I want to get those over into the main before WebForms project. He's got a couple tests for us. Fantastic. And look, you can see it's already passing the tests. Look at that. Oh man. Love seeing that. Right? So, let's see what we can do here. Template fields, labels, interfaces to kind of provide a little bit of indirection. Love seeing this. This is really, really cool. Base row, bound fields. What did he do with the button? Let's take a look. Blazor WebFormsComponents. Yeah. Right. I want to start off taking a look at button.razor. Delete the old one. That's what we had. I'm not concerned about that. Okay. Let's take a look at... Well, heck, what am I doing? Let's just go to the sample. Right? There it is. It looks like it's already rerunning on localhost 5001. So go up here, I'll refresh, and there's nothing at this address. Right. GridView. We'll add some GridView components over here so you can see it. Look at that! Company name, Virus, Boring, Fun Machines, John Smith, Jose, and some buttons over here, auto-generated columns. Nice! And even templated fields. Yes! Friends, look at that! Well done! Julio Viquez. Okay. Yeah. That is tremendous. This looks really nice. Let's take a look at what the code looks like to generate this. I'm going to go back over to the terminal. And let's take a look. I'm going to go up to the GridView samples here. They love it. They put them in the same place. They created a default razor. That's okay. And look at that GridView item type auto-generate columns. The attributes, like we want, look the same. The elements look the same, except they don't have the ASP in front of it. And there's a little bit of code down here for getting the customers and presenting them. And okay, there's some sample data there. We have some sample data built in another location, but this works. It does what we need it to do. This is really, really great. Oh my gosh. This is pretty cool. I really, really like seeing this. Let me go back to the source code. So let's take a look. GridView Razor outputs a table if there is a column list. Okay. We have a header that we have our column lists head. Okay, so we're putting any header text up there. Cascading value, we're passing in the row collection. So we're passing into a row collection the item that we're going to turn into a GridView row. Cool. Okay, so we're calling GridView row and generating that. So here's GridView row, and it just generates a TR. Nice. Oh, this is awesome. Oh, great job by Julio there. Really, really like this. And like I said, the only thing that I want to resolve is I want to get that base WebForms project, that before WebForms project, looking and running so we don't have duplicate. So with respect to Minimal March, I'm going to pivot back over to Windows and get that project merged so that we can merge this pull request and not have another WebForms project created as part of this. And I think we should release a Preview 3 version of the components. What do you think, chat room? Do you think we should release a Preview 3? Push this out so folks can start tinkering with the grid view? I didn't notice. Let me just see if we can go back. I didn't notice if there was documentation added which not a problem, right? I went right past it. So this is all project stuff. That's okay. I didn't just want to take a look and see. Before web forms, there's the source for the project, packages config, and a version JSON. Yeah, so we don't have any documentation to go with it yet, but we can do that. I think we should. Yeah, Frego says let's push out a preview 3 version here. So I'm going to go over to Windows so we can do this merge. And I love seeing the web forms grid view working in Linux, right? That's big. That's huge, friends. All right, so let me go back over here. Let me see. Did this finish with the SDK? I'm not restarting my machine. No. What do you think this is? I'm going to check out back over to Dev. Thank you for the follow. Is that Workham? Welcome in. Thank you for joining us. We are at 9876 followers. When that gets to 9,900, we're going to send out another sticker pack. When it gets to 10,000, we're going to schedule a 12-hour festival, a party. We're going to have guests join us. I may even get that DD Walsh to dial in and be on camera for a little bit. And I was even thinking we should have some folks. We can have a Discord call-in hour or something, and let some of you, join in and talk and be here on stream with us, because getting to 10,000 followers is a huge milestone. And I want to. That's not just me that helps get things there. That's you, and telling your friends and spreading word about how much fun you have learning here together. Good morning, Mom.
Hey, Mom! We get some meatloaf! We want it now!
We do. We want some meatloaf.
Meatloaf!
Is there meatloaf?
Doing? I never know what she's doing.
We're going to figure out who we can have for guests. We've got some time to plan that out. It's taken us a few months just to get here to 9,800. Sarah!
Farts just gifted 10 subs.
Thank you so much. 10 subs into the channel. Thank you very much. That's our friend Sarah Fats over at Progress Software. Thank you very much. That is so kind of you. We're going to make 10 more donations to code.org. Bullweef, Gamepad Warrior, Raffle, Sovereign Route, Spicy Condiment, Fuel Snable, Kates, Cymorp, Brilliant 150, Mavman 00. Congratulations. You just got subscription thanks to our friend Sarah Fats and the folks at Progress Software. Thank you very, very much for that. I really appreciate all the support from Sarah and the folks over there at Progress. Very cool stuff. Thank you. And all those folks, you're going to get those 17 emotes. We're going to turn off the ads on the channel, and most importantly, you can throw emotes at my face. So, all right, let's do this. So I'm back over here into the dev branch. What did I change here? Let me do a git reset hard, and I'm going to get rid of that extra Blazor app. Right, remove item Blazor app 1. Yes, get rid of everything. What do we have here still? No. What am I looking at here? Oh, it put it here. No, I want to reset to there. I want to be on Charlie 5640009. Yeah. Now, I was talking to our friend Sarah and Didi there about doing a couple more code parties here over the next month or two. And we've got some interesting things planned. I want you to stay tuned. Folks here on this channel, you know I'm going to give you the inside scoop as soon as stuff is announced. But I can tell you there's a couple code parties planned over the next month or so. Maybe even into May. Stay tuned, pay attention here and over there on my Twitter. Join in on the channel Discord, and you'll hear about things as they happen first when they happen. All right. So let me merge over. I don't have No, I don't want that. This, I need another browser window. Let me get back over to GitHub. To the GitHubs. You know, the GitHubs. There's multiple GitHubs. We want this GitHub. I'm going to go into the pull request. I'm going to grab and clone this. Not that one. I want the GridView. That one. 2 hours ago. Nice. Look at that. Because I'm geeking out over this. This is so cool. Let me get the command line instructions here. I'm going to copy this down. And this is kind of on me. I didn't have the project, the WebForms project, set up in a way that you could easily rebuild it. And a number of folks have said this is a problem. We'll get in and fix that. Coding Bandit says, ain't no party like a code party. No. Oh, no. That's not what I wanted to click. There ain't no party like a pandemic party. No, that's too soon. Too soon. But, yeah, conference that Carrie works on just had to cancel. Sorry about that. That is so sorry. And we'll have code parties and we'll have a lot of fun. Saw a tweet saying that someone was playing a way too realistic game of Pandemic. Yeah, don't do that. That's not something to joke about right now. Let's see here. Let me go. All right, let's take a look at this and see if we can get Julio up to speed. We can clear up a little bit of what he has over here in before WebForms 2, make it a little bit better. So I'm gonna open Explorer as one does here on Windows. And it opens somewhere else. There it is. So under samples, now I have 2 before WebForms. That's a problem. What's under components? I don't think that should be there, should it? I don't know what that is. You, go away. I don't know what you are. Goodbye. Shoot. Before WebForms 2 is what we're going to bring over here. Stelzy says, if it's not more than 100 people or 500 people outdoor, the fun can commence. At least in Austria. Yeah, the reduction in number of people that can attend an event is going to put the kibosh, going to cramp a number of different things going on here. What we need to do is we need to get this packages config. Not packages config. We need to get a NuGet config in here with the appropriate content so that it saves things appropriately into a packages folder that can be properly ignored and blah, 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 blah. I have one over here that we can kind of steal and reuse. So I'm going to copy over. This is a NuGet config file. Remember we used to do this, kids? We used to do this, friends, whenever we had our .NET projects. I'm going to open this with Notepad. There it is. So I'm going to put the packages folder for WebForms. I don't want to put it all the way up at the top. Let's put it right there. And we're going to use the standard package sources. That's fine. So this way, whenever anybody does a restore on the before WebForms project, they'll get that appropriate location. They'll get the real packages file, and things should resolve properly. But this is also going to break some of our references. We're going to have to reinstall packages here so they get the appropriate packages reference inside of that WebForms project. Not a big deal. We can fix this. Yeah, I think the packages folder is in gitignore, but Eagle makes a good point. We need to make sure we add that in. Yes, Frank, I've got the full Blazor kit going here today, and I've got a lot of things running because I've got the virtual machine running in the background. There, see, look, it's installing projects, components. Solution Explorer. Okay. Right. So there's the components. We're not going to look at that right now. I want to fix the issue that Julio ran into with the before WebForms project. which I don't see that second project that they created. Okay. This should be able to rebuild now. Here, look at this. It's restoring, and we should be able to look in samples. Right? And where'd the projects folder go? The packages folder. It was supposed to write a packages folder. I don't see my packages folder. I don't see it there either. So where did it write the packages folder? Because there should be a NuGet, right? Add existing item, right? So there we go. Let me add. I don't see NuGet in here. What I put it in the wrong folder. Well, wait a sec. Hang on. There's one up at the root that says dump it into source packages. I don't need this one because I've already got it pointing over to here, there, and it should rebuild and use that. That's already a thing there. Tiny pug champ head. Oh my gosh! What the heck is that doing over there? No, you don't win a prize for that, but that's interesting. So if let's see if we can do something with this. Source, if I delete that, right? This should rebuild and build that project folder for me. No. Restore NuGet packages, and it should build the packages folder. No. Where's it referencing for these? Right? There's references to things in here that should be going over to that packages folder. Right? So compile, include files. Oh my gosh, this is painful to wander through. I don't see it. I don't see any of those references. Right? Package. Look at I didn't know you could do that. Julio's here. Oh my gosh. Hello. That great work. Oh my goodness. I'm just trying to spend some time here consolidating the two before web forms projects. That grid is amazing. We have it running over here in Linux. So I actually have it running. There's the project running. We were just taking a look at some of your code, and I want to make sure we thank Julio. This is really great stuff that you were able to crank through and deliver here. We're going to put a little bit of documentation with this. I love that you gave us some tests already, and I want to just consolidate those two web forms projects and push this out. Get this out working in a preview version of the project. Thank you so much. Boki asks, are stickers not being sent? No, it's just taking a little bit of time to get things done. There's a couple things that are being worked on here. So, absolutely going to be sent out. I didn't know you could do this, which tells me these package references are being saved to the common package reference location, and it's not using the packages config, which then makes me wonder I wonder when that happened. Now I'm worrying. Go over here, samples, because here's where Julio was working, and I want to take a look and see. Why didn't that actually open the project? Close that. Yeah, before WebForms 2. The document is already open, yes. So, all of these files are from that folder? Is that what I'm seeing here? Samples, before WebForms 2, site master. Okay. Strange things are afoot. Oh, gosh, Julio, it's great. Thank you so much. Oh, I don't want to be in Linux for this. Let me see. Can we just merge these two together? Let me go up to samples here. I'm not going to. Let me close the solution. Actually, what happens if I let me unload this and remove it. There we go. Yes. Let's see if we can get this merged. So bin and obj we'll delete, so we don't have any DLLs crashing into each other. I think. So the big thing that we want to add is down here in control samples. We want to bring GridView over into here. And you had an update on default. Oops, I did that the wrong way. Default, copy this, bring it over here into there, and yes, replace that. Now, I want to instead load this one and take a look at what's add existing project, this one. See if we can figure out what's going on. Now, I'm going to unload this and edit. See? Okay. Here's the difference between what Julio had and what I had. Julio had package references in here for these, so that hint path wasn't actually used. It was referencing and using those package references. That's the way this should be running with the newer version of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down into before WebForms, this one. Open this with Notepad so I can copy in those package references so that we can dedupe this, right? Get one project here, and we can get rid of all the way up through there. That didn't do what I wanted it to do. Oh, crumbs. No. Did I close the... I did. I closed Notepad. Rats. That item group. Come on, where is it? Where are the package references? This is like rocket surgery. Here's what this is. It's not quite rocket science, and it's not quite brain surgery. It's the worst of both. I'm gonna get rid of these references. That one. And I don't blame Julio for not wanting to deal with this, because this is a mess. And you shouldn't have to deal with this. So if I save that now and if I reload, yeah, I know. Go ahead and close that. Yeah, there is a problem with references in that short path. You're right. So doing that build that are missing on this computer for more information. So .NET standard library. All right, so unload project. Edit. While we do the rocket surgery here, right there. The import project right up top for .NET compiler. MS build extensions path, Microsoft Common props. I think that's okay. Yeah. But this is the .NET compiler platform. I have it as a package reference there, and that's it. Okay. So this, get rid of that, and see if we can get that to reload now. Restore completed. Go, go, go. No. Net standard library 203. We're still hitting. Okay. I need to unload the project first. Where is it? There it is. And edit. Okay. So let me go up to the top. I'm just going to search for standard. Well, there's a problem. It's not even in here. That's kind of a good thing, right? Don't see it. Okay. So is it over here? Yes. Look at that. Error condition. .NET standard library. Ensure NuGet package build imports. This isn't here either. Let me get rid of... I'm going to comment those. See if we can get this to build without it. So reload the project. Yep. And rebuild. Rebuild succeeded. Let's see if we can run this. Right? Is it going to work? This is what you got stuck on. Wasn't sure if they were safe to dump. Yeah. We'll have to take a look. We'll have to share that over to some of our Blazor friends on the team, because that doesn't feel right. Thank you, Chris, for jumping in on that. And here we go. There it is. So there's GridView and master page file inherits. Could not load type. Before web forms control samples, GridView default. This is probably because of how I brought those things over. Control samples, yeah, I didn't include it in the project yet. So let's add existing item. I just copied it over. Silly me. Remember in web forms you actually have to oh my gosh. Oh, easy way to do this. What am I thinking? Show all files. GridView. Include. Now we'll try this. Right. And what I'll do then is I'll merge this change with Julio's change, and we'll accept that. We'll merge that PR, and everything will work. The show all files don't lie to me button. Yes, good point. All right, so now click GridView. And we hit a breakpoint. That's okay. Continue. There it is. Nice. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna... Yeah. So cool. All right. So what I'm going to do now, just to tidy things up, I'm going to delete the before web forms project. So we end up with just one, and we really slim down the contents of Julio's PR there, so that it really is focused on just the things that he wanted to update, he wanted to present to us, and those other things we can consolidate out, and we can focus on just the changes to support the feature. Really, really great stuff. So we added before web forms control samples GridView because we moved that over. Here's the other project we deleted. We updated our solution file. Yeah. And we updated the project file and the default. Nice. Okay. Let me add all these changes. I'm going to have to go up. Add all that stuff in. And we're going to commit and say consolidated and fixed the before web forms project. Nice. There it is. And I should, if I go back to the GitHubs, merge the changes and updates. So, yeah, so let me check out dev. I'm just going to do all three of these. Here we go. Do it. Merge it in. What? Updates were rejected because the remote contains work that you do not have locally. Really? Prove it. There we go. Merged by hand. Nice. So that right, that should be it. So cool. Yeah, we should be able to try. You should be able to try that on the dev branch now. I didn't put update global JSON in there, but if I go back over to my Linux install, where's Linux? Here. And I'll jump back to my terminal, over to here, go back to the dev branch, pull in those 3 commits, which includes, yeah, look at the grid view, it's in dev. Make sure the tests run here. Come on. Come on. That's fine. And it looks so good. Make it happen. Show me. Do the thing. Right here. Come on. What's so wrong? Now we're running the tests. All right, give me the tests. Yes. Oh. Now we got a grid view, friends. Now we got a grid view. Thank you so much, Julio. That is awesome. That is huge pickup for the project to be able to support that. And I should be able to reload now. And let's reload. And I've got a web forms grid running on Blazor on Linux.
Inconceivable!
No, it's real. It is really real. Tremendous stuff there. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. That is making a big difference on this. Why does it say? Yeah, I merged that and I added another commit after it that removed those other bits, right? 3 minutes ago and it says it failed. Huh? Oh, you know why? Because it ran 2 builds at once and it collided. That's what happened here. Whenever you see this, look at this. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to look at that here. Right, the process .NET failed with exit code 1 while it was building here, and if you take a look at what happened, it only took 58 seconds. The process failed with exit. Oh, actually, we have a failed test. What failed? And here's the thing, right? It's not telling us what the error is. This is inside of table headers 1 text content. Should have been ID but was name in GridView empty data text first test. Okay. But the tests run properly for us here. Part of me says that this is running on an incomplete. That's interesting, but that's failing. I don't like seeing a lot of red over here. Right? Where is it? I want to push the button to rerun it. Right, this one. Right, where's the button? I don't want to filter. Oh, I'm not signed in over here. That's why. I can't do anything with it. Alright. And I want to make sure that that test passed. Signed in, get on back there. Yep, there we go. So, queue up on Azure Pipelines, Ubuntu, and we'll do the dev branch. Go. We should have this running, right? It's Fritz-tastic, absolutely. It's Fritz-tastic. That's a thing. That's totally a thing. Here we go. Dotnet Core SDK. Found version 3.1.100. That's fine. Then we need to take a look at that other Docker container, figure out why that's not building properly. But here it is doing the restores. That was working okay. This wasn't where we were running into our issue. Come on, DevOps.
Well, do your best.
Please. We'd appreciate it. There's some of our warnings. That's fine. That's fine. Move on to the test. Here we go. Here's the test. One test file's matching the pattern. Yep. Test DLL. That worked. I'm happy with that. Love seeing some green there. Love the green. I'm not going to click and release. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to NerdBank Git versioning and push a release here. I don't have it installed. Do I have it installed here? Let's see. Let's do it here. NerdBank Git version. This one. Make sure I have this installed properly here. Yep, installation and configuration using the Core CLR tool, please. .NET tool install. There we go. Get a copy of that. Over here. And so NBGV, NerdBank Git versioning, it does our versioning of our project for us. We're going to make this version 060 preview 3. The only reason I don't want to make it 060 is I could make it 060. Yeah, let's do it. Preparing release command automates the task of branching off the main development branch for a stabilize and/or ship a release. Prepare release command supports this working model by taking care of creating the release branch and updating version JSON. I don't want to prepare a release because it does a little bit too much here for us. So what I want to do is I'm going to go back over here, go up 2 branches, 2 folders. Let's make this 060 and change over to 070 preview 1. So I'm going to say NBGV set version 060. Okay. I'm going to get that. Did that put a tag down? No. Git tag v060. And I'm going to push all those changes along with the tags. Git push. Nah, I didn't commit. Set version to 060. Git push, and we'll git push tags. Yep. So that goes up as well. That will not force a rebuild because it didn't change. But I'm going to do a pull request into the master branch, which will force a release. We're shipping it, Nightmare. Absolutely.
Squirrel.
No, that's not the ship it, Squirrel. Semi-Beard. Thank you so much. Appreciate the sub with your Twitch Prime. Welcome in. Really appreciate that. Twitch Prime is free if you have Amazon Prime. You've already got Amazon Prime maybe because you're getting free shipments or you're getting cool videos on Amazon. Hook it up to your Twitch account and you get a free subscription you can use anywhere you'd like. On Twitch, you use it here. I'm going to make a donation to code.org. And you're going to get 17 emotes. And we're going to turn off the advertisements. And you're going to be able to throw emotes at my face. Semi-Beard says, just want to say how much you enjoy watching the stream. Thank you. My goodness, that's very kind. You're a new self-taught developer. So far, you don't have anything with .NET or C#. But watching me do development work is inspirational. Oh, that's so nice. You enjoy my attitude and ability to explain what I'm doing and thinking while working. Keep up the great work and high-quality development stream.
You can do it.
Thank you. I appreciate that so much, Semi-Beard. And it's great to have you here, and I look forward to talking to you more in the chat room there. Gareth is right. Twitch Prime, let's give away them Bezos bucks. You're not wrong. So let's set up. I'm going to run a pull request here against the master branch from dev into master. And here we go. This is going to send up, there's our grid view, auto-generated columns, templates, grid view. Oh yeah, look at all the good stuff. Set the version to 06, lots of additions, lots of deletions. That's okay. That's okay. Consolidated and fixed. There it is. All right. Let's do this. Create this pull request. And added, we'll say added alpha grid view, alpha version of grid view. Yeah, let's do this. Create that pull request. And I don't want to if I squash and merge, it's gonna hammer that dev branch. So I'm just gonna create this as a merge commit. It's gonna add a whole bunch of junk up there, but that's fine. And see, it's building right now. If I do this merge, this build is going to fail. Right? Because that code that it's working with is going to disappear. So let me make sure this runs properly first before I go and merge. It should. Nothing changed, but we're setting up. This is what we're going to push out, because when we merge, it's going to release this, put together that NuGet package, and ship it out as version 060. And the next steps that we have going forward are going to be add a little bit of documentation, put a little bit of information in there for folks so they know here's the features that are supported in the grid view, and talk about how the parent feature is now available inside of all of the components, including grid view, and we'll be able to start working on, we'll be able to get back into that button and get it working properly inside of our form view. Here it goes. Come on, here come the artifacts, and boom goes the dynamite. I have boom goes the dynamite. Where did boom goes the dynamite go? There it is, and
boom goes the dynamite.
Right. Akash44, welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you joining us, and look forward to seeing you in the chat room. Let's merge this. Let's do this. Yes. All right, so now it's merged into Master. I need a clip from Master of Puppets for that. because it would just be amazing. All right, there we go. So this will turn over and say 060 in a minute here. And it's also going to deploy those server-side samples. That's going to get updated out on the shared sample website. We should add some more features into that, but that's okay. The grid will be slightly out of sync. The tree, I'm sorry. But that's okay. This sample deployment should work also, right? These do work. We had them working. Let's see what happens here. There we go, 060. And this release will go out in just a minute. Right? There we go. Here comes the test. Assuming this finishes successfully, no reason to think it shouldn't. Son of a gun. I spoke too soon. What the heck? It's that same thing with the ID and name. Run it again. I don't know why that happened. Now I feel shame. I did. I jinxed it, Nightmare. I totally jinxed it. I talked about it a little bit too early, and poof. Don't feel good about that. The worst thing that you can have as a developer inside your project is builds or unit tests that sometimes work. And there's no reason that these shouldn't be working. It clearly works. The tests work. It's like it's grabbing a wrong version or something? I don't know. Let's see what we get here. Here it comes. Finish that restore. Come on. We got software to deliver here. Let's go. Right? I'm looking for a sound effect to play. Yeah, here it comes. We're gonna fight through this. We got this. We got this under control. And we're watching the logs go by. Here goes the log now. There it goes. Now it worked. It's the exact same build, and it worked this time. That scares me. Here comes the release. Right there, 060. And it's publishing to NuGet right now. Oh, yeah.
I'm Scott.
Vindaloose! Vindaloose Stew. Thank you so much for that sub. Twitch Prime. Very, very much appreciate that. And we'll make a donation to code.org. Thank you so much. Kills me that NuGet restores aren't faster. 80% of every build pipeline. Yeah, you're right. I love code. There we go. NuGet.org is updated. Let me go back to the pipeline over here. And we should see... Oh, this is wired up to a different branch. You know what? That's okay for right now. That's okay. Let me come back to them. Because this sample deployment, maybe we need to merge in that dev branch and push it up so that this gets updated. No Pogo is here. Hey, how's it going, my friend? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Because I want, and then folks on the public website should be able to see the new GridView running. I want them to see it. So let me change branches here, and let's take a look at sample deployment, right? So let me check out, and I'm going to track origin feature sample deployment. I know. We're going to merge in what's on dev. Let's see. Why do I have a 1 there? That's not it. Get status. It sees the grid view. All right. Add it in. Do it. What I should have done is git merge dev, so that comes in. Let me get rid of that. Git merge. No. Git merge dev. Merge conflict. Okay. That's fine. Get status. And let's vim on that solution file. Let's take a look-see here and see if we can figure out. Here we go. Public docs and before web forms. Actually, they've got the same ID. No. How do they have the same ID? That's gonna be a problem. No, they have the same parent ID. Look, these are all right. Okay. I'm pretty sure we're going to be okay at that. FAE. Where's FAE? Right? Public docs. Before web forms, and that's it. I think we're okay leaving both of those in. Let's see what happens. Is that the only merge? Oh, crumbs. Oh, no. I need both of them. So I'm going to accept both halves of this because they're for the two different projects. Here they are again. I think that is what I need. Thought we put watch test in there. Okay. Let me exit that. Git add. No, I can do a git commit, right? AM merged solution file, right? Push that out to feature sample deployment. Yeah, the NuGet task on Azure DevOps is really slow and prone to breaking. Yeah. But I'm curious why I don't have my scripts over here. I thought we just merged that in. Oh, it's... There it is. It's there. How is it not there? And I should be able to .NET build on the solution file, and oh crap. That's a problem. That's not going to build properly at all. Let me head over to Windows where I can handle that file a little bit properly. What branches do I have here? Yeah, let me jump over to feature sample deployment. Okay. Pull that in. Yep. Okay. Go back to Visual Studio and watch it kablooey. Yes. There's before web forms. Okay. Public docs shared sample. Did it just change the solution file? That's working properly. Public docs probably shouldn't be under samples, but if I .NET build, I get the same error here. I want to unload the solution and reload it. That worked. But this doesn't like it. Crumbs. Oh. It's not just a lost art, it's a painful art. And now I've gone too far. Let's try this. Let me remove. Yes. And remove this one. Save the project file. Okay. Let me make sure I can .NET build the project file. So far, so good. And what I'll do is I'll re-add those two projects. It's a shame this isn't as easy to do. There we go. Okay. So now I'm going to go back into my samples here, add existing projects. And I'll go back into before web forms, add that. And add existing project, public docs. Save the file. Okay. And I should see, yes. And if I git diff, look at that. Ugh. It is, this isn't something anybody, any human should have to diagnose and figure out. Fixed solution file. Push that out. There it goes. Let me head back over to Linux and pull that in, which should restart this as well, or not. If I .NET build on the solution file now, that should work. Does anyone know why the solution format is an odd proprietary one when the project files are XML? The solution file format was defined and delivered before all of the things that we now have in MS Build and CS Proj. Kasukin!
Kasukin raided my stream with 9 views.
Thank you so much, Kasukin, for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. My name is Jeff Fritz, and we're working on... Yeah, that didn't work. Of course, those pieces didn't work. Thank you so much for tuning in, friends. My name is Jeff Fritz, and we're working on some Blazor components here using Linux in what I've been calling Minimal March. We're editing and working with .NET on the command line. Yeah, you can run a defend there, Webface. Thank you so much. I need a raid defense video. You know what? I'm going to reach out to my editor friend and see if we can get something built on that. That would be a really cool idea. Thank you so much. Welcome in, friends. What were you working on over there on your channel, Kasukin? Let us know. And can we get a shout out for Kasukin? He's another member of the Live Coders team. Best of luck to you out there. Kasukin, I hope things are going well to you, for you, with you. So, yeah, solution files were defined in a time when XML wasn't entirely accepted yet. Other project files out there, like Visual Basic 6 project files, were a thing. And they were just as ugly. So, there we go. Okay, so some of these, these samples should be building and working properly. Over here, that looks like it built properly, right? Let me restart that. That should run properly. Yeah, Microsoft before openness and transparency in the late 90s, early 2000s didn't have some of those good practices that we kind of expect now. So let me head back over to Firefox in here. I don't need to be on that page, don't need to be over there. This we should be able to rerun. There's our grid view. If I click back to go to the root, I have grid view here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add into the data components here, since we have data list and list view and repeater, I'm going to add a branch for grid view and add those samples from grid view into here so that we can publish this and have grid view available now for folks as a sample that they can go into. So let me just jump over here and go up one. Which one is it? Server-side pages. It's not component list. Is it in the shared bits? It is. Okay. And it's under data list. It's data list, grid view, list view. So I'm going to put an entry here. Tree node text equals grid view. Navigate URL equals control samples grid view. Expanded equals sure, let's have it expanded. Okay. Boom. And the next tree node that we'll put inside there, navigate URL equals control samples grid view. What's the first one we want to show? This is simple. All right. And right, is that the? Oh no, it's. Do that. And the text will be simple grid view. That's easy. Next tree node. Navigate URL. We're going to go to control samples grid view. This is auto-generated columns. So I'm just going to copy that, go back over here, paste that in right there, and text equals auto-generated columns. Fantastic. Oh, this is such great work to be able to show off. I'm really proud of what we've been able to accomplish, that we've gotten to a point here that we've got folks able to contribute and build these really cool samples, really cool features. And this is template fields. I'll paste that in. Template fields. And that's going to force a restart. Highlight my message. Webface says, gotta love this stream and others you found through it. Thank you, Webface. Wish I could participate more throughout the week. That's okay. Can't wait until the 12-hour party. 123 away. Yes. Yes. The way how very underdocumented the project files are regarding what you can put in to let Microsoft Build do stuff is a clear remembrance of the closeness of the past. So here's the thing, the documentation is open source. If we want to, if we say, you know what, we absolutely need that documentation, we can put it in there and it will be added. There we go. So there's our grid view navigation, and we can click through from here and see all that. That is tremendous. And this link still goes out. Nice. Nice. All right. I am going to... yeah. Let's merge that. Added GridView samples to the navigation tree. To the sample navigation tree. There we go. Push that out. Now that should trigger another build of just the samples. Right, it should... Why did you fail up here? I don't like seeing red in my... Oh, that failed because of the solution file. This should rerun now. Right? Because I fixed the solution file and I pushed that up. Or... Right? Should? I should see 2 of these rerunning. No. Building the server-side samples. Is this one building? That one's building. Okay. So I should see this build. I should also see this one build. But it's not. This one. Go. And I don't want to focus on it. I know it should build properly. We're just a little bit over time, but I'm okay with that. So here, it's building the server-side samples. Right? So this is focused on just the sample project. There it goes. So it built the views. Come on. And this is going to push an image out to GitHub that will then be picked up by Azure and redeployed. Callow Creation is here. How's it going, my friend? Good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. There we go. Pushed out that Docker image, which should trigger the production area version of this to rebuild. Let me go back to the builds. And I'm not sure what this one is. Why did that one fail? I'm not sure what this second build is here. Because the other one clearly built the container properly. Right? This built and deployed a container? Yeah. This pushed out Docker server-side samples. So I think that other build pipeline we can get rid of. Oh, I'm doing great, Callow. Let me see. I'm going to delete this pipeline. Please type the name of the pipeline to confirm. That. Okay. But, right, the actual standard CI, look, that didn't build. Why? In the test. Don't tell me it failed on that same test. It did. I'm going to leave that sit, because there's something there that's wacky, that's not picking up running. For Fobden Masouds asks, am I using .NET on Linux? Yes. Yes, I am. We can show you that in just a minute here. So if I go to Blazor WebFormsComponents, Azure Websites.net, I should get the new version with the GridView. There it is. It's out in a production area, live on the web, that you can interact with. Yeah, I know it's not SSL, but you can click through that website and you'll be able to see and interact with the project. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. And we have the grid view available for folks to interact with. That's interesting. That. Come on. Why aren't my shields loading? So we need to update a little bit of the documentation here. We should put a link in here to the production area. I thought we had shields for that. But it's not loading. These are, so we can add more content here. We want to make these samples a little bit more fleshed out. But this is tremendous. Let me open that back up. Go back over here to the terminal. See, this is building properly over here. I'm going to head over to this. And is there a way to create an issue from this? No. I want to create an issue from this failing test. Right there. Right? How do I... Bug. Create bug. It's going to take me over to GitHub. Ooh. Wow, that is tremendous. But that's inside here. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy that. Right, this isn't over in GitHub. Discard those changes. I'm going to create this as a issue here. Nope, we're going to use a blank issue. I should create one for a bug report. Bug GridView header doesn't header test errors occasionally, and we'll paste in. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Right? Oh, I just clicked into it. It didn't actually highlight. There we go. Machine, tested build. Yeah. Okay. So we have a track on that so we can take a look at it. It's something that anybody is welcome to take a look at and try and figure out why this errors out. Right, it should be ID but name, and this is inside of empty data text. Let me pull that out so it's a little bit easier to see. Right. Can I edit this? Yeah. Unit test fails with this error message. There we go. So it's a little bit easier to see. should make nav menu item font size a little bigger. It's right. I normally zoom in a little bit here when I'm broadcasting so you can see things. We can certainly make font size a little bit bigger. That's not an issue to add in. I think that's a day. I think that's a stream, friends. We have a little bit of documentation to build and add in here, but I think we've gotten to a point that the project is really behaving properly. We're getting new features. We're getting things added in. We've got one or two issues like this that we can clean up, but we're reaching a place that this is going to be really effective here. I'm going to change that error message so it's fixed with, so it kind of appears properly. Even then, it's not going to wrap, right? Yeah, it looks weird. Let's see if I can... something like this, right? Something like that? I don't know. Weird. Nah, cancel that. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. This was really great. I've been pushing more videos over to YouTube. I'm going to push a bunch more this afternoon. You're going to see pop up over there. Let me see who else is streaming so we can set up a raid and share some of the love to some of the other folks that are broadcasting on Twitch. And you know what? It's Thursday. I'm okay. Oh, wait a sec. You know, streaming that we have never streamed? Wait a sec. Yeah. You know what we're going to do? We have not ever raided Fletcher. Let's raid Fletcher Goss. It's intended for a mature audience, but we're going to head over there. He's working on some Rust game development. So that's always cool to see folks building games on their channel. Those of you who are subscribers, copy the first line that the bot pasted here into the chat room. Copy that onto your clipboard. Get ready to announce ourselves. If you're not a subscriber, grab that second line, copy it. We're going to head over to see our friend Fletcher. He's another member of the Live Coders. And I will be back, and we'll do some more work on this project tomorrow. You're welcome to take a look out there on GitHub, contribute, send some comments, create an issue, send over some pull requests, and let your voice be heard. Let's grow this project. I will see you tomorrow. All right, friends, take care.